Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome to Parasite Mutant, or the Parasite Mutant demo. It is, I mean, as close as you can get to Parasite Eve, title-wise, without actually being Parasite Eve. For those of you who do not know, Parasite Eve was Square Enix's response to Resident Evil that they made back in the PS1 era. I've never played it and cannot acquire it without going through, like, used game stores, and it's expensive, so I haven't gotten around to it yet. Anyway. The developers of Frontier Hunter, which is like a semi-popular Metroidvania series, have decided to make their own version of Parasite Eve, and I'm really curious to see how it goes. It is only a demo, so we only have some amount of content to cover here, but that's fine. And it'll be out sometime. Well, it says coming soon, so I have no idea when it's coming out. But let's dive in and see how it goes. Yeah, they specifically have a bunch of like retro filters. You can make it look like a PS1 game, which I like, but I'm going to be keeping it on modern graphics for obvious reasons. I think there might also be a fair bit of voluptuousness, but hey. I appreciate the more like sci-fi focus with this kind of thing. I don't know, modern fantasy, modern horror is nice, but I always like it when it's like near future, where it's just different enough where I'm just like, yeah, I can kind of get into this world. Well, that was a transition. It's kind of like EDF, I guess I would say. Like, EDF is a very modern, but not quite modern. And so I can get invested in the world and be interested in it. Like Titanfall. Titanfall's another example. You know, actually, our character's design's fairly normal. One of the reasons why I never got around to the Frontier Hunter games is because the character was, like, a little too fanservice-y for me. The transport aircraft crashed. The pilot is KIA, and communications have been cut off as well. Self-check. Minor skin abrasions. Nothing serious. Grade C mission. Retrieve data bank. Continuing mission. Move. Run. Okay. Hold left stick to run. Right bumper to walk. Only walk out of combat. Approach. Interactable. Press to interact. Alright. See what I can do with this. I'm like, they're definitely going for the thighs look, but like, I've seen way worse on a character design recently. So I'll take whatever. Not a fan service kind of guy. Okay, so nanite syringe for healing. So implying that we have cybernetics, presumably. Stitched up. I wonder if that's a reference to something. I always like when games actually make like fake ads for products that do not exist. Or their own products, because why not? Ammo for SMG. Oh, we are going to have to do some resource management. Yeah, that's appropriately yikes. Active time chain. ATC gauge. The ATC gauge will accumulate continuously in battle. Upon reaching stage 1, you can use a melee weapon or attack by pressing X, or use a ranged weapon by pressing Y. Upon reaching stage 2, you can use an item or skill by pressing left trigger. Okay, when your attack locks onto an enemy, you can swap targets. Okay. Command, EP skill, EN cannon. Okay, experience to the next level, small meta injector, and a gun. We can change our equipment around, swap, firearm. This is really a grade C mission? Okay. I'm not entirely, like, enthused with that creature design. I know it's supposed to be, like, mutated human, but I will admit, the closer a creature's design is to human, while being unclothed, the more likely YouTube is to be like, that's a booby, and slap me for it. And so, hopefully it won't detect those, but I've heard Okay. Now, am I getting... Yeah, I am getting MP slowly. Ow. Damn it. I want to take out this guy, because he's much more accurate than I am. Or than the other guy is. And I'd like to ideally stay away from... Or... Yeah, EP slowly goes up. And I want to avoid using my gun, just in case. Ow. Oh, it does actually have an attack ton. So yeah, we want to keep our distance if possible. There we go. Okay, experience next level, getting a bunch of stuff. So we've leveled up, max HP went up, max EP went up, and we get some boost points and defense. Okay, quick thing. Can I change control? Damn. Yeah, it's thinking I've got a Xbox controller. And I do not, but it's fine. Okay, can I do skill, EN cannon, target? That's the quest. So, it doesn't look like it can do anything build-wise, at least for a little bit. I was curious what the boost points would be, but that might be something for later. Doesn't look like there's much for exploration at the moment, so just kind of follow the rails. Just keep an eye out for chests. Oh, fixed camera perspective. My beloved, I've missed you. I mean, it's not the most fixed camera game. You know, it's mostly just following us at a distance. But, like, I legitimately do really miss when games had, like, fixed camera angles, because there's a greater set... Oh, gosh. Okay, you're terrifying. I think we shoot this one. Oh. Excuse me, that was out of range? Okay, two can play at that game. Yeah, if I'm full on EP, I should be using EP. At least we could... an ammo restock for fighting it. Anything else? But yeah, specifically, one of the things that we lost, gaming-wise, with the transition to, like, full panable cameras and whatnot, is, I mean, one, kind of this kind of scene composing, if that makes sense. That right now the camera angles aims entirely at this, and so the effort and focus can be pointed towards this. You can also hide things like that. Tools, X1, transfer the plus point of one equipment to another. The equipment will be consumed in the process. Ooh. Yeah, you can hide stuff with the camera angles. But there's a greater sense of, how would I put it? I think I'm just gonna shoot for a bit. This is where the cannon would have actually been good. Ow. Oh, did I actually stun it out of attacking me? I might have. Did I get them both? Oh, okay, so the bug was actually extremely vulnerable. Good to know. But yeah, so fixed camera perspectives allows you to kind of composite a scene, so it has a much, like, stronger, I mean, like, almost cinematic view, if that makes sense. That allowing players to kind of rotate the camera around freely puts them in a position where they are absolutely just going to kind of be panning around or putting it top down. You can't have, like, these really nice camera angles that have a sense of... these nice camera angles that have, like, a sense of, well, direction, really. Okay. Fortunately, I don't remember which target I was hitting. Let's just go for target 2. There we go. I'll just leave the other one alone. Luckily, they're kind of easy to kite around, kind of. Damn it. Like, I actually really appreciate this action combat system because it feels like I'm somewhat in control. I don't have anything fancy like a dodge roll, unfortunately. But I can definitely keep myself from taking some hits, cripes. Doesn't help that this guy is squirrely. A bit difficult to hit. We're gonna just shoot him. There we go. We kind of have enough ammo. I think they're being generous because it's a demo, but it could just be one of those games that is generous by default. Out of surface elevator. I think we want to go out that window. I just want to look around for a little bit. Because, yeah, that's the way I came from. Already got that locker. Yeah. I can walk for some reason, but eh. Okay, accuracy +1 x1. Enhance the accuracy of a weapon. Item. So I could put it on this one. I think I'm going to make do without. How much ammo do I have? A lot, actually. Do I want to use a med injector? Yeah. Yeah, if I'm less than half, it's a good time. Please use security keycard. Please use security keycard. Okay, so we're gonna have to find it somewhere. This looks special? No, nothing. The other thing is, like, a fixed camera lets the developers really focus on making that one angle look good. Not just beyond the cinematic element of it, but the, like, they can put all their effort into compositing nice assets in such a way that, like, if you're looking from this angle, it looks nice. Obviously, more modern games have gotten to the point where you can just clutter an environment and make it look good from any angle. But, like, back in the day, no. It's part of the reason why, like, Final Fantasy XII largely looks extremely empty in comparison to Final Fantasies 7, 8, 9, and 10. April 13th of April, 1:24 a.m. Last week, our captain suddenly ordered us to seal the whole block. Our security clearance as security guards was lowered, and we can only move around the courtyard. The main entrance to the block has been completely sealed shut. We're not allowed to ask any questions. We can only follow orders. But recently, Ben's been acting suspiciously. He must be planning something. What if I should report this to the captain? What's in the diary? Security keycard. Okay, so we can now look at file, Mike's diary, so we can look at the file. Hopefully they have alternate character skins for this game. I'd like to actually give her armor. This always bugs me in, like, anime adjacent things, the obsession with putting, like, the female soldiers in skimpier outfits. And I get it, that's very much these developers' modus operandi. But, like, I don't know. I like it when I have an outfit that I can stick a lady in that looks like cool, like, sci-fi tack gear as opposed to thigh highs. Because then I don't get like a weird glance from my wife whenever I'm playing these games. But I mean, also it's just like a kind of weird thing. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's because I'm a wife guy, but I don't really get much out of fan service. Fan service for me is when characters look cool as hell, as opposed to sexy. And, I know this is like a weird topic for some people. I need to prepare before I head out. I don't have a good feeling about this. Is there anything to prepare? I kind of wish I could actually highlight interactables. But I understand why I can't. Yeah, the problem is there's nothing I can interact with here. Time for boss fight. See, that's a nice creepy spooky. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of keep my distance from this dude. Oh boy. Might as well use cannon. Okay, so if he's big laser beam, I'm gonna hang out over here. Ow. Not much I can do to avoid that. Probably just gun. Because gun does more damage than sword. Question. If I check control, use item. Yeah, there's no dodge roll or anything. Shrink or enlarge. Okay, that's probably for other stuff. Wow, that sucks. I killed it. I'll take it. So we level up, get some boost points. Now we can open the map. Oh, that's the good stuff. So I wonder if this is one of those that informs me whether or not there's something I'm missing. Could be. Because the surveillance room still has a exclamation mark on it. A broken computer. Oh. Attack power +1. Yeah, that probably would have helped. Broken computer. Computer activated. Ben. Okay, file. I think we'll have to come back. Base growth, auxiliary features, special growth. I will admit, I read special growth the wrong way and I was like, oh god. But I'm glad to see that I was wrong. Okay, cool. So we found the thing, we just have to find Ben's journal. I might as well save after that boss fight. It wasn't the best boss fight, but it also wasn't strictly terrible. The one problem with fixed camera perspectives is that you have to like reset which direction your stick's pointing, because it does absolutely get super scuffed sometimes. Okay, use security keycard. So now we can go this direction, go back. Which is good. There's a destructible object there, and a fallen soldier I can look at, presumably. I wonder if I can get enemies to show back up again. I don't think they respawn, but it's possible. At the very least, backtracking is kind of convenient. It's a nice little break. Okay. Oh. Oh. I see. These things. Yep, so now that I've got that, it's turned green, which means there's nothing else for me to explore there. Nice. I really appreciate that. It's still kind of wish there was like a full-on sprint button for like a please let me go real fast, but I'll take what I can get. So we're looking for a fallen soldier somewhere. It's not this guy, is it? No. So it's probably this guy. The crew are long dead and the transport ship is completely wrecked. At least we get more ammo. Okay, so now this is proper done. So second floor is looking good. There must be something I missed in the previous zone. If I really want to go out of my way for it. The thing is, like, we're doing great resource-wise. Just due to the fact that I'm somewhat obstinately refusing to gun. Okay. No, it's the next turn. Is what we get access to. What was I going to say? It's a very PS3 looking game. Like, obviously the lighting and the visuals are just a little tighter, but it's got that, like, right era, in my opinion. Or it's, like, right kind of in that era. Oh, is it these? An and antitoxin. And we're good. Perfect. I just didn't want to leave anything left. So now we got to figure out where this Ben's journal is. Because there should be a clue that leads me to him somehow. I don't know. Like, this is going to sound weird, but apart from the, like, constant brown of the PS3 era, I kind of feel like that's where gaming... Ooh. Tack vest. Okay, so this gives me 1 extra defense... and deg, whatever deg is. Actually looks like this is fairly explorable too. Okay, avoid if I can. Damn. Nope, that wasn't the right one. Damn it. Yeah, this is probably going to be one where we have to gun. Damn it. Come on. Okay, there's 2 of them. Okay. Got it before it goes away. Perfect. I should be kind of conserving my healing items, but it's... actually, yeah, it's not great. Yeah, the problem is what I need is range more than anything else. Can I, like, reload my gun between fights? So if we do tune up. So I can put plus points into it if I want to. Its accuracy hasn't seemed to be an issue so far. So can I upgrade the Resonance Blade? Oh, so this is what the plus points are for. So currently it has a +5 on it. This currently has none, so I can increase its damage. Okay. That really doesn't add much. Yeah, I think we're going to boost the damage. I was just kind of hoping I could grab, like, another weapon. But at least the pistol seems to be kind of my main weapon for a bit. There's a guy here. Blue hairs, severe stomach rupture, open eyes. The virus seems to have slowed down the rate of decay. There's a file in his hand. Urgent notice for security personnel. To all security personnel. Due to a virus infection affecting our department's computer system this week, the technical team has completely reinstalled and strengthened the security of our system. To ensure data integrity, all security terminals passwords will be defaulted to 788965. Effective immediately. Please take note of the following. Change your personal password immediately upon logging in for the first time. Do not use a weak combination for your password. If you notice any unusual logins or not missing files, please report to the duty supervisor immediately. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause, and thank you for your cooperation. Okay, small med injector. I sincerely hope there isn't a whole lot of secrets in here. This is one of those where the fixed camera angle is actually a nightmare. Well, there's our next pistol. Let's take a look at it at the very least. Okay, so what does this one do? Lower accuracy. Same round, same range, same general attack. But why, though? I guess it's less accuracy, more damage. Okay, no. There's still something here. Okay, sodium chloride eye drops for relieving dry eyes. Still missing something in here. That's what we're missing. Okay. Ow. Let's see if I can line this up. Get them both. Okay, level up. We get some more boost points. Stats go up. Now are we done? No. There's still something left in here. Can I actually check the map? What does it say? Corpse with blue hair. Huh. Maybe it's one of those where this won't go away until I've hacked the one computer system. I do appreciate that this immediately throws me into kind of an exploration segment. Not that it's, like, particularly non-linear, but it's non-linear enough that I feel like I have... Let's see. I think it was 788965. Yep. Perfect. Can I use my mouse for this? Nope. Okay. Email. Sarah Waters. Sarah.waters@blackrock.com. Sent to me. Honey, I fixed your phone. I couldn't help but smile when I saw the selfie we took at the rooftop next week. Photo of you hugging me is too sweet. I really love your blue hair. I've asked your colleague to put your phone in the security office locker room. Code is 365. Remember to pick it up after work. Love you. So surveillance has been damaged. Game. Okay, so no game. So we're looking for the security office software room. Might as well go save while I'm here. No reason not to, at the very least. Here. Bam. Gas installation. Do not open without permission. That's a giant sign. But hey. Let's try this building next. Oh, we might have a cutscene on this one. Doors made of Aegis reinforced glass. Not even a resonance blade can cut through it. And with the whole upgrade system in this game, I do wonder if it would actually be valid to gonna see if there's anything here. Because yeah, so Ben's over here and dead. Doesn't seem like there's anything I can do with him though. So he must not be the interactable left. But I guess it's in the really awkward spot behind the mirror here. Difficult to tell. Either that or it doesn't clear until we've... Well, I don't know. Yeah, whatever it is, whatever the item or thing that we can run into, it doesn't seem particularly... It's not forthcoming. So I think we're just going to get out of here. There'll probably be some kind of walkthrough at a later date. that highlights all these things, but at least for the moment, I don't need it. Okay, some more tools. Yeah, for moving points over, which is like actually lightly tempting. Take that new gun I picked up and just crunch it into the current one. Either that or I could go all in on sword. I don't trust that water. Damn it. Is that the only locker? Wait. That might be a file that I can look at. 357. Okay, so that's much easier. It's weird for a second I'd have to, like, go back and reread it. A lot of antitoxins being chucked around here. Okay, Ben's phone. Old-fashioned phone. Still a bit of charge left. Interesting. Ben's phone. Considering there's a decent amount of power here, you'd think you'd be able to charge it. Okay. Nothing else? Okay, locker room is completely clear. I really appreciate that it communicates when a room is clear so I don't have to keep futzing with it. That's always a nightmare of mine. Looking for the, like, the little hidden secrets and other bits. Some level of indication where, like, doors are. I don't know. Like, some part of me wants that quality of life, some part of me doesn't. The problem with, like, too much hand-holding. You know, in retrospect, we might as well use these. Because I think I can convert them over. I think the points are one-time things. Oh, this is equipment to extract. Because, yeah, if I want to give this extra plus, it's just 100 per. And so the crunching things down just moves the plus points over. It is a little tempting to just put a ton into sword. But considering how much ammo I'm trucking around with, I think the best thing I could possibly do is just keep putting it into this pistol. Or would I prefer to put it in this one? The bonus base damage. Okay, so this would move over. Stacked and injected into. Oh, select the equipment to extract this one into this one. Oh, but they're not cumulative. Oh, no, they are. Awesome. Okay, cool. I probably should have tested the new gun before I just, like, upgraded it, but it's fine. There's really not much I need to be, like, worrying over. Once again, this is a demo. Any kind of, like, mistakes I make, I can just kind of not recreate on the next playthrough. Not a lot going on back there, is there? What about over here? take the bike off. Could. Not gonna bother. Feels like I'm missing stuff. Yeah, whatever is here, it's just like boxes. Makes me wonder. Okay, yeah, we have this strange forklift. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much I can do with it. Can't hop on, so it's just there for the time being. Okay. I guess maybe the map is kind of good at telling me, yeah, where doors are. The problem is it kind of feels like I have to be here. I didn't see any other potential routes that I could take. Because this took us to the locker room. There's the thing in the toilet, but wasn't anything there. Can't get the forklift up to go through this door. Yeah, take some time to find another way out. Not sure. I'm gonna go save anyway. Okay, I think I know what I'm supposed to do. I usually don't like doing this, but I had to look up specifically what I have to interact with, because, yeah, I've been over this level a couple of times. Nope, this is not the run. I've been over this level a couple of times, and I was, like, not finding the correct interaction point to proceed. Which I think is a bit of an issue for this game, but still. Yeah, it turns out I can interact with this guy again. With the eye drops. Try to maintain the body temperature at around 37 degrees Celsius for 3 seconds. Temperature too high or too low will result in failure. Oh. Oh, we're warming the face up for some reason. Why? Oh, to unlock the phone. Ben, the emergency exits are also sealed. Is there another way out? This is a 60 by 60 ventilation duct in the hallway, 2 floors down the safety exit on the western side of the research building's lobby. I've loosened the screws so you can easily remove the grill and enter the air duct. But the internal structure is so complex I'll get lost inside. Don't worry, I've marked the way. Just follow the red arrows and you'll be fine. There's a grill at the end of the way. Open it and you'll reach the maintenance shaft area D4. I'll wait for you there. Then we'll exit through the maintenance hatch to the B2 commercial district. There's so many people here, can we really escape? That's why we need to escape in the middle of the night. That's an abandoned maintenance shaft. I've placed a wooden plank on it and used the forklift to cover it. Okay, see you in an hour. I'll wait for you, Sarah. Be careful. I'm really liking the theming of this. I think this is something that I always go back to, is liking the themes of, like, big emergency, like, bad thing is happening, going down, and you show up, like, just as it's happening or just kind of in the aftermath of it. This must be the place. Yeah, there we go. And you have to kind of escape it yourself or deal with whatever the outbreak is, but you're finding a lot of these details of, like, what happened to these people. So that presumably they were breaking quarantine to try and escape. Which is, of course, kind of no bueno if you're quarantined for a reason. Like, I get people have kind of the survival instincts of, like, you know, gotta get out, gotta get away from whatever the bad thing is. But it does feel like in a lot of these situations, it almost inevitably leads to, oh god, that's terrifying. Almost always just leads to the classic situation of the outbreak getting considerably worse. Oh, I do not like this sucker. In the slightest. I like the battle music being kind of... oof. The battle music being kind of classically as opposed to anything, like, more spooky. Weirdly enough, the battles are, like, the least scary part of this game, kind of, sort of. Okay, how am I doing health-wise? Yeah, I could definitely use a med injector. How do I reload my gun? I know this sounds extremely stupid, but like, my gun's out of ammo. I would like to be able to reload it. Is this not something I can break? Nope, suppose not. And like, once again, is just a demo. It's not a high requirement for me to find everything here. I'd like to, just for the sake of, you know, being thorough. But I also recognize that, like, at this point I have more ammo than I need. It's really just healing items that would be mildly useful. Not another one of you. Oh, there's 2 of them, actually. Okay, so the little guy is definitely a lot tougher. Ow. I think... I really wish there was like a way I could sprint or dodge, because some of these hits are just... can't do anything about them. Well, at least we get most of our ammo back and a med injector, so there's like no real downside. And then we can start the next fight using the big laser beam. Let's see, anything else here? It feels like there should be something. Because it's kind of just this big open nothing. And yet, that's okay. Once again, more ammo than we know what to do with. Yeah, 173 bullets is a lot. I appreciate that the difficulty is the tension rather than, or not the difficulty, the spookiness is the tension. Rather than like being terribly hard. Oh, PP Bank is different. No, don't go in there. We gotta go back. Because we have the mystery yellow door. There's probably something behind these. No, really. I also appreciate the fact that they have your classic save room situation. That feels nice. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those where it's like, I love when a game borrows the ideas and the conventions of another game, but builds on top of it in an interesting way. For me, so far, this one just is kind of like a weird real-time turn-based RPG. I guess ATB RPG. But some more ammo. Anything else here? Not really, no. But with like a more interesting sci-fi setting. I don't know if I'd say it's a more interesting sci-fi setting so much as just it's always felt like Resident Evil kind of wasted its setting. That, you know, rather than having an interesting world and kind of developing like how does the world even react to the fact that zombies are now a thing, you're just kind of tossed into it repeatedly. You know, it's like, oh, go investigate stuff in this location. Like, you'd think after blasting Raccoon City because, you know, oops, zombies, there'd be some degree of, like, social reaction to that kind of thing. Okay, this looks spooky. This is going to be a fight? This might actually be the end of it. I probably should have healed. But it's fine. It's very Xenomorph kind of look they're going for with it. I mean, it's the head. And kind of the whiptail with the spiky bits. Okay. Oh. Nice of the game to just pause. While that's going on. Okay. Just keep shooting. Yeah, so I kind of want to keep my distance. Come on. Yeah, the range system is slightly annoying. I especially, because I don't really know what, like... I don't really know what range 50 even means. Okay. It got matter, presumably? Oh. This is why they've been giving me all that poison, all those antitoxins. Okay. That's obviously not great for me. Yeah, now I kind of want to just keep my distance. Ow. Yeah, the problem is using the small med injector is my entire freaking turn. It's got like a 3-hit combo too. Oh, come on. I want to hit him with the super beam, but it's not letting me. I'll wait until he goes into action mode. There. Cannon. See if I can knock him out of it. Can't really. At least that's dodgeable. There we go. Well, killed it with a sword even though we definitely bullet. This is why you double tap. Cut the head off. She just stabbed it in the shoulder. Yeah, doof. Music player feature has been unlocked. Congrats on completing the demo of Parasite Mutant. Thanks for playing. 48 minutes. Cool. Add to wishlist. I think it's already there. Yeah, boss fight was a little rough around the edges, mostly boiling down to the fact that, oh gosh, that guy hits like a truck for the amount of healing I had available to me. Luckily, you can kind of just kite away, but it does make me kind of wish there was a dodge roll or a, like, oh god, get out of there button. Just a fling yourself in a direction. Because there were definitely a couple of hits that you just could not dodge. At least with, you know, the abilities currently present. On the flip side, I understand why giving players like a dodge or a parry in that situation becomes extremely broken. Because, I mean, Expedition 33 very much shows that if you have those kind of buttons, players absolutely will master them to the point where the game no longer is a challenge to them. They can just beat it with the most, like, basic gear set and zero leveling or care. As long as they're willing to put in the, you know, effort learning how to dodge and parry every move. On the flip side, maybe that's fine. Maybe that's one of those where, like, letting players get that good is a totally okay thing from, like, a design perspective. And sometimes it's actually good to, like, both acknowledge, encourage, and reward players for doing so. I don't know. Anyway, for a survival horror-ish RPG, I'm hooked. I'm very interested in seeing where this one goes, and I'm looking forward to playing more of it when it comes out. But for now, at least, I might as well mention that the Parasite Mutant demo is available on Steam, so if you want to pick it up and play it yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. You're not going to see anything more than what I showed in this video, but at least you can get a taste for it yourselves. Or you can look into Parasite Eve if you want to go back and play the classics. For now, though, I guess if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.